Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Laith, and today we're going to go over adaptive boxing. First things first, I want everybody to make sure you got room around you so you don't hit, punch, bite anybody. Second, I want everybody to make sure they have your brakes on, whether it's a wheelchair or a power chair. First thing we're going to do, everybody, we're going to do a little warm-up. You can do this with both arms, one arm, no arms, whatever suits you best. First, something like this. If you have one arm, this is what it's going to look like. No arms. It's almost like a shoulder rock. So we're going to do that for about 15 seconds. Get nice and loose. And shoulders moving. All right. First thing we're going to do is work on some jabs. Now for a jab, hands have to be up, whether it's 2, 1. And if you're not going to use any arms, you're going to use your shoulders. So these are our jabs. Nice and straight, hands protecting your face, and notice how I'm doing a little rock with it. With one arm, this is what it's going to look like. And if you're not going to use any arms, just like that. Now keep that going, keep that movement going. Nice straight jabs. Go for another 10 seconds. I'll do it with you. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do cross punches, if you will. Now, cross punches are the same thing as jabs, but instead we're going to go across the body, across the midline. So it's going to look like this, across the body. Notice how I'm following through with my punches. I'm using my body. I'm using my ab muscles, my back, my core, my trunk. So 2 hands, this is what it looks like. One arm. Of course, though, we're not going to just use one arm and get this guy big, muscular. We're going to use both sides of your body, so we're going to use your shoulder too. And if you're not going to use an arm, this is what it looks like. Make sure you follow through. Also, safety. That's number 1. Make sure you don't fall out of your chair. All right. Next thing we're going to do are hooks. Now these are hooks. You're going from side to side. So it's going to look like that. Notice how I'm protecting my face the whole time. For those of you with one arm, I'm leaning the way where I'm punching. And if you're not going to use the arms, see how I'm going side to side. We're still working on that core and trunk mobility. Next, we're going to do uppercuts. Now for uppercuts, you're starting from low to high. So it's going to look something like this. Low to high. You generally want to punch up. Your fist should end higher than your head. But if you can only go like this, that's fine too. You have to use one hand. You're not using any arms, so it's going to look like this. You're going to come down, up with your shoulder. You may move a little bit with your bottom. You're going to try to stay nice and still. All right. Next, we're going to do punch and reach. Now for punch and reach, what we're going to do is we're going to punch across our body, kind of like the crossover punches, but we're going to go all the way laterally. So we're going to go here, here. This is why you want that 5 feet of distance between you and anybody else. There you go, everybody. We're gonna get that heart rate up. Come on now, it's a party now. You guys are making me break a sweat. Woo! All right. Next, we're gonna do a speed bag punch. So for these punches, it's kind of like having a speed bag right there. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in a circular motion with your hands and arms. If you can't come up high, that's fine. You can come down low. If you're gonna use one hand, this is fine too. And if you're not gonna use any arms, then it's gonna look like this. So it's almost like you're doing a little salsa thing going on. It's kind of like dancing. So we're gonna start right here. We're gonna go left side, do that for 10 seconds. And a little shoulder workout. Now we're gonna come down the middle. You're gonna come down here, that's fine. We're use one hand. Doesn't matter, we all can do this, guys. How you guys like that? You guys think I'm ready to go out tonight? Got my moves going. All right. Sweet. Good job, everybody. Next, let's do elbows. So this deviates a little from boxing. However, since we're working out our trunk, we're working out our shoulders and arms, what I wanted to incorporate a little bit of back workout. So for these, imagine someone's right behind you, okay? Imagine it's me. You just want to elbow me right in the face. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back like that. I like to look where I'm throwing my elbow. This works on trunk flexibility, mobility, strengthening, and it's a back workout, okay? So if you have both arms, use of both arms, this is what it's gonna look like. You have one arm, just like that. And if you're not able to use both arms, or either arm, you can use your shoulder. You're just gonna throw your shoulder back. It's almost like you're swimming and you're doing like the backstroke. That's what it's called, right? Or is it the breaststroke? I don't know. I'm not much of a swimmer. Ask Kathy. All right, now we're all loosened up. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some down blocks. So for down blocks, I call these down blocks. Again, we're deviating a little from boxing. We're just gonna take our arms, go straight down. We're gonna swing it down, pretend doing a karate chop to the side, just like that. You can close your fist, you can have your hands open, almost like you're slapping downwards. The point of this, you're getting more muscle involvement in your shoulders, your back. If you're able to just use one arm, this is what it looks like. Make sure you're staying nice and tight, as hard as you can too. Imagine it's your little brother or sister. They took your toys, they took your PlayStation, Xbox, whatever it is. Now you're saying, get away! Don't touch my controller. All right. For those of you that are not able to use both arms or either arm, you need to throw your shoulder nice and down. So this is what it looks like. As you can tell, I have horrible shoulder mobility. I suck. All right. Next, I'm gonna run us through some drills, okay? Now for the drills, we're gonna do jabs, hooks, and uppercuts. Now for these three, I'm gonna number them off, okay? So for number 1, we're gonna do jabs. So I want everybody to do jabs, just do it continuously till I say stop. So 1, you can go at your own pace, you can go a little faster. If you want to be a little more intense, you can go slower. Just get in that rhythm. There you go. Now we're going to go with hooks. Now, instead of calling it hooks, we're going to call it 2. Okay? So for hooks again, it's going to look like this. You're coming side to side. For those of you with one arm, if you want to go faster, you can. We're going to do it continuously. Using my shoulder. Now for 3, we're going to do uppercuts. Now for uppercuts, remember, low to high. So we're going to go low to high. So make everybody do this continuously. Come on, I know we're tired. I'm tired too. But you know what? We're going to win the day. We're just going to keep going. If you're tired, we're going to break that breaking point and just keep going. Even if you're tired, worst case scenario, you grow some muscles. All right, so no arms. Notice how I'm rocking my body. Good job, everybody. Shake it out. We're gonna get loose. Because next, I already gave you numbers, right? 1, 2, 3. So 1, I'm just gonna go over it real quick. 1, they're jabs. 2, hooks. 3, uppercut. Now I'm going to say a few numbers, different sequences, and I want you to quickly identify what punch it is to the number, and I want you to commit to it. So I'm going to give you guys an example. If I say 1, 2, 3, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay? If I say 3, 2, 1, you're going to go 3, 2, 1. Okay? So let's start. So let's go 1, 2, 1. I'm messing up. Okay. We're gonna go 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go 1, 1, 3. 1, 1, 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 3. I can't think right now. Okay, so now we all got the numbers. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna pick on someone, and they're gonna yell out the numbers. Everybody has to answer. Yeah, even me. And we'll do that at the end. But first, I'm gonna show you my ball and string. I know everybody got a package in the mail. I have mine. Mine is right here. Let me bring this guy right over here so everybody can see it. All right, how does that look? I'm just gonna adjust my camera, everybody. All right. So here's my ball, tied to a string, tied to my light or chandelier, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called. In my dining room. So we're gonna practice our punches to give you guys a little bit of a visual. This is what it's gonna look like. So if we're doing jabs, we're gonna go 1. A lot of focus. You want to time it right. And then if we transition to hooks, so it's going to go side to side. There you go. You're going to get into the flow of it, get into the rhythm. Make sure your core is nice and flexed the whole time. Visualize where you want to commit, where you want to meet the ball. Next, we're going to go to uppercuts. Now for uppercuts, remember, low to high, all right? Hopefully I don't break my leg. And if you want, you can also have a friend, a sidekick, someone to hold onto the ball so you can hit it, okay? If you don't want that ball moving. And if you want to challenge, try using a tennis ball. Those guys are nice and small. You can focus a little bit more on where the ball is at, and it moves a little bit more than this guy right here. So I'm going to show you guys my little setup. This is it, tied to my light. So you guys can tie this anywhere. I tied it here for the sake of this video. You can tie it to your fridge door. You can tie it to a regular door. You can have someone hold it for you, as I said earlier. Whatever use your mind, use your creativity. Now, before we end this off, I got one question for you. What's your power? And I want everyone to answer that for me before I pick on some people to run us through some sequencing with the numbers. All right? Take care, everybody.